And welcome back. Well, this Saturday, the Museum of Wisconsin Art will open their newest exhibit. It's Joyride, Designing Trek. It highlights the Waterloo-based Trek bicycle and its dedication to innovation, cutting-edge design and framing, people's lifestyles around the world.
Such cool bikes. They look awesome, right?
Cool
Here to tell us, I agree. All about the Joyride is Laurie Winters and Graeme Reid from the museum, along with Eric Bjorling from Trek. Great to see all of you.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for being here. This is so cool. What great pictures of cool bikes.
Yeah.
I love that.
They're works of art.
Yeah, let's tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about the exhibit. Why Trek? Why right now?
Every year at the Museum of Wisconsin Art, we select one corporation to highlight. We think corporations around Wisconsin are producing not only functional products, but really beautiful and interesting, aesthetically pleasing objects. And last summer we did Florence Eisenman, the children's clothing company.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This year we're featuring Trek, and we are so excited.
That's great.
We also have an in-house cyclist at our museum, so
that helps.
It helps, and it's been a lot of fun.
Those, I mean, the pictures and everything are really cool. Talk about the innovation and this cutting-edge design that Trek has really innovated in the cycling industry, Eric.
Sure thing. It's really been a great sort of Midwestern success story. All of our innovation, all of the design, the world headquarters is all here in Waterloo, Wisconsin. So about 50% of the company lives in that Madison area. The rest is kind of in the Milwaukee area, and it's really kind of a Wisconsin thing.
What's cutting edge about your bikes right now? What's cool and different, and what makes them unique?
I think the thing that's interesting about Trek is really its kind of worldview, the amount of innovation, the amount of science that's poured and engineering that's poured into those into the bikes. It's everything from rocket science to material science. Whether it's the pioneering of carbon fiber and different materials, it's really across a wide spectrum.
It's amazing when you lift up the newer bikes how light they are, you know, compared to some of the other ones, and the reason why some need to be lighter. You're the avid cyclist, right, Graeme?
Yep, that's me.
Okay, so what do you love about, what are some of the things that, as you look at the bicycles that are being featured, that you think are so special?
Well, I think from the bike geek side of things, I mean, we've got a 1976 steel road bike. We've got bikes that were ridden by Tour de France winner Alberto Contador, classics rider Fabian Cancellara, but we've also got an amazing bike that was owned by Robin Williams.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got one of his bikes. We've got Katie Compton, who was the US cyclocross champion. That one still has all the mud on it.
Wow.
We've got a bike that was ridden to the South Pole and back by Eric Larson from Cedarburg. So, and then upstairs we've got all the art bikes, which were bikes that were actually kind of hand custom painted by members of the Trek staff. So those are completely one of a kind.
Look at those tires. I suppose to get to the South Pole, you need those big.
Yeah. So it's neat. It's kind of a combination then of a mechanical, functional, actual bike, and then art bikes. Is that right?
Yeah. It's engineering, design, and aesthetics.
Okay.
That's very cool.
How were things selected for the exhibit?
We met with Trek and went through their extensive archive, but so there's, as I say, there's the 1976 bike, but there's a 2019 model in the show as well. So absolutely, as Eric said, the cutting edge of bicycle design. What
does Robin Williams' bike look like?
It's really interesting. It's a 1995 Y bike. The frame was carbon fiber and it was shaped like a Y. It was an incredibly radical design for the time, and he had over 100 bikes.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that about him.
Was he was a collector or a rider?
He was
or
both. And then after he passed away, the family auctioned off a number of the bikes, and Trek acquired a couple for their collection.
That's very neat.
And now they've become part of this exhibit, so that along with others, people can check out, which is really neat. Do you feel like you need to be, or it helps to be a cyclist to enjoy this exhibit?
No, well, I think most people at some point in their life have ridden a bike. So I think it's just looking at how the design, and as Eric said, the materials have changed, the lightness. I mean, literally, some of these you can pick up with one finger.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the themes, Laurie, are really kind of these different areas of how bikes have evolved.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see one of the first bikes ever made to, as Graeme said, to a bike today, 2019 for next year. And
like unreleased bike, like a new bike that's coming out in 2019?
I think it's just been in the past week or so.
Wow, that's cool.
It's got to be cool to be Trek and to be featured in this exhibit.
We're incredibly proud to be featured in such an awesome museum, and really just something that's very, design is such a thing that's so close to our heart and what we do, and this is something we're really excited about.
Wow. And the Trek employees have been just outstanding to work with.
That's great.
I mean, they really supported the vision of this exhibition from the very start. So big thanks to them for helping us think about the artwork.
That's really cool.
You've got some cool events planned around the exhibit too.
We do, all summer. The opening starts this Saturday at 2 o'clock. So we're actually opening 3 exhibitions at the same time. Joyride, which is of course the Trek show, and then a painting show featuring Kewaskum painter Daniel Gerhardt's and Madison-based artist Jenny Gao, who's a woodblock printmaker. So that's exciting. But all summer, everything from bike part jewelry making to bike clinics for kids to beer and bike rides, which I think Graeme is going to lead, to summer family fun programming, bike into movies, you name it. So all summer long, starting in the middle of April. Hope the weather picks up.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
How many bikes do you own, Graeme?
7.
7. What's your favorite bike?
Whichever one I'm riding at the time.
Good answer. Good answer.
Just real quick, there are other exhibitions opening up on April 14th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You touched on some of those. We looked at some really cool pictures, which is super fun. So thanks all of you so much for being here. Congratulations to Trek. And great that the Museum of Wisconsin Art is featuring this. So the
Graham's just going to be riding his bike around the museum the entire exhibit. You'll see him.
So there's a live bike riding demo. Right. All right. Joyride Designing Trek. The opening party is this Saturday, April 14th from 2 until 5 p.m. And then, as you mentioned, all summer long, you're going to be able to check out this incredible exhibition. So it opens April 14th, runs through August 5th. You can find out more by going to wisconsinart.org. Great to see all of you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Very cool.